that's locker room talk. How do you women, because we have some women that said, it's okay, it's no big deal. But then we have some women say, hey, that's not the way. How do you women feel about that? Because you have a movie out that's talking about this conscious or unconscious actions where you were raped. Women are being raped probably, you made a statement every 9 minutes, seconds?
Yeah.
90 seconds.
Right now, that locker room talk for philosophy or stigma or way of thinking is happening. How do you ladies feel about that?
I think it's part of the problem,
Okay,
and I think it's part of the pattern.
okay,
Like what my daughter was saying, she's not only was, and when I made the film and we had our premiere over
Okay.
at the Hollywood Theater, people, young women and older women, came up to us, to me and Ashley, and they were crying, and they were in tears, and they said, thank you, thank you, thank you for telling our story, you know, for sharing this experience, because it's something that happens all the time and nobody talks about it,
Okay.
you know. And, and they would say it happened to me, or it happened to my aunt, or it happened to my cousin, or it happened to my sister, or my grandmother, or my mother. It's an epidemic. And I think that's part of the problem, you know, as far as the language, the
Okay.
attitude, what
Okay.
we put up with, what we accept. It needs to be changed. I mean, it's like somebody saying something that's a racist joke or something in the locker room. You know,
Yeah.
people they should not laugh about that. Or, you know, ha ha ha, boys will be boys. You need to stop it. You need to say this is not acceptable.
exactly, exactly. That is saying it's okay, and that's telling young men that it's okay. That's telling young women that it's okay for young men to act like that and say that, and it's not okay.
It's not okay.
It's not okay. Absolutely, it's not okay. It's not locker room talk. It's the unconscious.
Well, and a lot of it is conscious, actually.
Okay, let's speak about-
It
yes.
is a lot of it is conscious.
Okay.
And what Donald Trump has done is he has made it out in the open
Okay.
what oftentimes goes on in other settings.
Okay.
And the things that he talked about are things that most women are very familiar with.
Okay.
That's not new. And what by putting it out in the open the way he has, it has put our country in a dilemma, because people either have to say what we're all saying, we have to denounce it,
Okay.
or we have to somehow make what he said okay. And there are people who are doing that. There are women and men who are trying to make what he said okay. And it puts us in a very interesting position right now. It's a very uncomfortable, unpleasant position, but I believe that it has the opportunity for some real change to happen, because so far rape and sexual abuse has been systemically and structurally supported by universities, by the medical profession, the legal profession, by all industries has supported it. And women have learned to be silent.
Yeah.
Just like people of color have learned to be silent about racism. People with disabilities have learned to take that shame and just put it in their bodies.
Right.
And it's time for us to make a real paradigm shift, to say we are not going to live another generation like this.
It stops now. You know, go ahead. Absolutely. There is for you biblical scholars and spiritual people, there's a scripture that says what someone meant for bad, God would make it turn into good. So that goes to this country. And whatever his motives and his spirit of putting that out, whether it's to feed people the negative way, we're talking right now, and a lot of people in the nation are talking about, it's not going to happen. We're going to take that negative statement and address the issue. So there's rape every 9 seconds. 9 seconds?
Every 90 seconds.
Every 90 seconds. And what was the other one?
Every 9 seconds a woman is assaulted in
Is
this country.
assaulted. That is,
Yeah.
That's, what was the word? Epidemic?
Epidemic, absolutely.
We have to change
Absolutely.
that. We have to change it. When we come back,
was going into surgery.